Welcome to my first ever podcast using my new camera. I'm trying to use auto everything because I just got you. I am a video editor, so I know that this is going to start out rocky. And any cinematographers out there that might run across this podcast are going to be cringing. But just understand that I'm trying, and I know you could do a better job than me on the camera work. But that has always been the case. Sony. The picture quality may not be the best. The colors aren't going to be the best right off the bat. The audio is not going to be the greatest because I don't have anything but the onboard mic right now. I'm just trying. It's just me and you, and just bear with me. So, before we get started, let me explain to you my first podcast that I wanted to do 3 years ago. Started out in one of my many moments of what do you call it? Angst, if you will. I heard about this book online. And I thought, wow, that's really great. 101 all-consuming diversions for any lifestyle. When you're a freelance editor, post-producer, time between jobs is a little stressful. Diversions. The book, when it first came out, it was impossible to find in the Barnes & Nobles and borders of the world near where I lived. Finally, my mom just ordered it for me, being the awesome mom that she is. But I didn't do anything with it because I thought what would be really cool would be to make a video blog about doing each and every single one of them. Now, obviously, a lot of them are really, really difficult. Like, I'd have to go, like, taxidermy. I'm not going to be into taxidermy, so I will go interview a taxidermist. And, I don't know, there's some stuff that on here, like, what was it? I'll find it. Or will I? Composting. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, you collect waste. Poo. I mean, it could be like, ears of corn. But, for the most part, manure is great compost. For that, I would fly to Texas and talk to my pops. I'm not going to do any composting. However, since today is the first podcast, and my landlord just brought this book about Rutherford, the town that he resides in, and I sometimes am in. We're going to find out a little bit about this puppy. Why? Because William Carlos Williams, one of really amazing American poets, grew up here. And I think that's pretty cool. So it seems like a simple, easy breezy first podcast to do about the town, sleeper community of Rutherford, New Jersey. Here's the west end of Rutherford. Most of the shops are closed. It used to have a grocery store. Oh, let's pass that street tonight. According to our book, it said that he grew up on 131 Passaic, now West Passaic Avenue. But wouldn't you think if this was the house, there'd be some kind of historical marker? Well, whether this was the original house or not, this was definitely where it stood. 131 West Passaic Avenue, because it's located across from Grace Church. How cool is that? So, at some point, as a child, William Carlos Williams lived here. Historical marker or no. We'll just pretend that that was his. Apparently, after living here, he attended school in New York, then went to college in Pennsylvania, then did a residency in New York City again, and ended up living on 9 Ridge Road back here in Rutherford. So we're going to go see if we can find it. I've never been able to find it before, but maybe you will be my lucky penny, Fox. Here we are on Park Ave. This is the main street in Rutherford, and it's a very pretty, cute little town with a very, very cute little main street. So, there you have it. The Casa of William Carlos Williams. I was not incorrect when I found it a few years ago at night. I was just a wuss. I think that I read that it was 1 Ridge Road, and now it's 9 Ridge Road, but I could be a liar, and I could just have been wrong. Anyways, we found it. I feel like a stalker standing out in front of it, but, there it is. It's kind of cute. Wonder what the symbol means. What does that mean, guys? If anybody knows, let me know. Yeah, so apparently Mr. Williams wanted to be, or at least was, very athletic, and, one day he was running track, and fell down with a heart problem, and they said he could not be athletic again. And his teen angst, he wrote a poem that was not the greatest. I'll read it to you later. And from that point on, he just knew he was a poet, and he was meant to be a poet. he became a doctor because he didn't want anyone to tell him how to write his poetry. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so now we're gonna take a little break from this. I should show you Erie Railway Station, but I'm thinking this podcast is gonna have to have like a little more research done. But yeah, because he wrote a lot of poems about that. I don't really know a lot about his poetry. I know so much depends upon a red wheelbarrow, and you guys are getting a lot of wind noise right now, so ciao. I've been meaning to do podcasts for a while. Though for you, this will be my first podcast, so it doesn't really matter. A while is 3 years. I've been planning to do this for 3 years, so you know, it takes me a little while to get started sometimes. But yeah, I wish this tilted down more, but only 200 degrees. It's gonna be blown out. I intend to get lavs and I intend to get shotguns. I don't have a shotgun yet. I don't have a dead cat. It's kind of a windy day. Oh yeah, I also need to get a tripod. I also want to get a Steadicam at some point. I also need to get a camera operator. My last camera was easier. But since I don't have any of those things, it's just me and you. Just bear with.